everyone, this is Qing with China's Xinhua News Agency. I'm here at a mass production factory of humanoid robot in Shanghai's Lingang pilot free trade zone. The factory belongs to a Chinese company called AgiBot. Actually, last Monday, I am here for attending a delivery ceremony for the company's 5,000th humanoid robot just in this company. And we can see this is what the scene looked like then. It looks like I'm filming the Terminator, actually. And over the past week, these robots have been gradually delivered to customers. And we know that in 2025, the humanoid robot has become the cyber superstar in China. And this year have also been known as the inaugural year of the mass production of humanoid robots. And we can see the robots have played different performance and doing different jobs in Chinese different scenarios over there. So many are curious how exactly a robot has been manufactured in China. So today the AgiBot gives us a special opportunity to exclusively access in this factory to explore part of the production process of humanoid robot. And we are very happy today to invite Mr. Zhang to join our live stream. Hello, Mr. Zhang.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, you can give us a brief introduction about yourself to our audience.
Yeah, hello. This is Steve Zhang from Ningbo Huaxiang. We are the manufacturing partner of AgiRobot.
That's cool. And we know that this factory actually is the birthplace for the AgiBot Expedition A2.
Yeah.
So could you give us a brief introduction about this production facility?
Yes, and this plant was launched in April 2024, and the first A2 robot rolled out in the October 2024. And by the end of this year, and we are gonna assemble and deliver about like 2,000 A2 robots to the customers. And the total area is about 65 square meters, and we can manufacture more than 5,000 A2 robots at full capacity.
Yes, actually, last Monday we attended the handover ceremony of the 5,000th humanoid robot just in this factory. And we know that we can see the whole production process, like from the component assembly to the final rollout in this factory. So I have a question. If I want to make or manufacture a humanoid robot, how many steps I need to finish in this factory?
And from the components to a complete robot, and the whole process involves dozens of steps and dozens of assembly and test steps. And mainly we call it like 5 modules, and the joint, and the upper limbs, and the lower limbs, the torso, and the final assembly.
Okay, so just remind you that we are on the second floor of this factory, and on the first floor we can see a later view like the component assembly process, and on the second floor we can see the humanoid robots were doing different tests here. So I know that for the quality control is a very important thing for the mass production. So how we issue every A2 deliver equally the same performance to our customers.
Yeah, I mean, quality is always the most important thing for us, and for NBHS, our company, we've been in this automotive components industry for more than 30 years, and we transfer the strict quality control system from the automotive industry to the robots industry. And we built up our FEMA, and based on the FEMA, we designed the whole quality control system, and including like the income material checking to ensure we can get the right parts from our supplier. And for the manufacturing process, we have the online real-time process monitor system to make sure the whole process is stable. And also for the star parts I just mentioned, we have different tests. We have a different test for the star parts, like the performance test, the aging test, the MAH test, and the most important, after the final assembly, we have the pre-delivery test to make sure the test here, so to make sure every single robot can meet our quality standard and can satisfy the customer.
Yeah, And later in this live stream, we will explore different tests here in this factory.
Yeah.
And also, another thing I think majority people will concern most is about safety,
Yes.
especially when the humanoid robot go into the human workplace and the family living. The safety is the thing that people will concern most.
Yes.
So how we secure or doing what kind of test to secure this part?
Yeah. Yeah, actually, that's a very good question. Actually, our engineering team designed several tests specific for the system related to safety. Like we can say that here, like the radar, like the IMUs, like the lower limb motions, like the whole motion control systems, and we are really care about the safety. So the specific safety related quality control system can ensure we can deliver the safety robot to the customers, and also the robot itself can give very rapid response to some unexpected scenarios also. Yeah.
I know that you are the operator of this factory, so and how you view about the current development of the Chinese humanoid industry in China?
I think the manufacturing of the humanoid robots develops very fast here in China, but it's still in the early phase. We still have a long way to go. But I think that as the industry develops, as we have more volume to produce, I think the whole manufacturing level will improve very fast.
Yeah, sure. So, how is the output of capacity of this factory for the A2 models?
Yeah, and at the full capacity, as I mentioned, I think for the whole factory here, the second floor, first floor, we can make more than 5,000 A2 robots.
For each year?
For each year, yeah, per year.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We are looking forward to see more robots
Thank you.
working in different scenarios in China.
Yeah,
Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Zhang.
No problem.
Because of the confidentiality, and we are now today filming the footages on the second floor, and where we can see that the humanoid robots were doing different tests before they deliver to the customer. And we will go look inside what kind of tests they are doing here. So we are very happy to have another guest, Mr. Tao. Mr. Tao is the director R&D of the AgiBot. Hi, you can say hi to our audience.
Yeah, hi, I'm Cao Xu from AgiBot.
Okay, so Mr. Tao, we just have an overview look about this factory, and we can see the robots were doing different tests here on the second floor. Can you show us around about all these
sure.
tests? Yeah.
So we can go this way. We have the different part of the test to doing the testing for our the humanoid robotics for to deliver to the customer. And mainly we can see the 4 different parts here. Maybe we can go to the first session. Yeah, this is the first part.
Okay.
We will install our software into the robotics.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like we're giving the soul of our robotics.
Yeah.
After this part, for the robotics, it can doing the different function like walking, talking, or doing some movements, a lot of things. And after this part, we have this section for testing the mechanic performance. We will make every joint to move into the limit position to test the limit performance of each joint. Because before we deliver our product to the customer, we already make a lot of different functions. But although we have a lot of functions, most of them cannot use the limit position. But this industry is improving quite fast. So maybe in maybe next several months or maybe even several weeks, we will make a new function. So it maybe can use the limit position. So we need to test all the performance of the mechanical part. So for this part, we do not make the robotics work first. We only test the the joint.
Okay.
And we need to make sure each joint is fine, so it's safety. And then after we we test each joint, we make sure that all the robotics is in a safety state. We will move go to the next section for the testing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
in this part we can see the body of this humanoid robot has been finished here, and also about the AI system has been applied in the body, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so that's very cool. This is actually the inside the structure of our A2 model.
Yes.
So we will put on our clothes and then to do the other tests, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
and
let's check out more
Yeah.
tests here.
Yeah.
So how many tests the Auro's a humanoid robot doing before they deliver to the customers?
We have like the I think it's like the 40 different test steps. But
Okay.
in this area, in the second floor, we will focus on the whole product test. So here we will mainly have the five different parts. And today we can see the four different parts because we somehow we combine the last two in the similar in one section. So
Okay.
yeah, so as we can see, the first one we install the software. The second one we test the mechanical performance, like
Yeah.
the limit position, and this is this is the third one. The third one we will doing the minimum scenario test. So it means that because our main usage of this robotics is one is like the reception and the guidance. So in this situation, we will doing some walking and we will say some hello to our customer and we will talk with our customer.
Yeah.
And also we will doing some moments like the hello. So so as we can see, we will do all of the automatic. We will do all of the several tests. Like we will make these robotics walking around like for several hours, and also in each position it will speak something, and also we'll doing some movements. The purpose of this part is that we need to test all of the hardware, make sure the hardware is fine. So as you can see, for example, in this position, it's just a way to hurt you. So it detect me, so it's just stop and avoid to hurt us.
It's also for the safety.
Also for the
reason,
safety, And we can see in our robotics we have the LiDAR, camera, and also the motor, and also like the screen, speaker, all of these things. So in this part we make minimum scenario solutions here, and then we use all of the hardwares and make sure all the hardwares is working fine.
Yeah.
So before we deliver to our customer, and even though we will upgrade our software maybe every 2 months, and we don't need to worry about some problems will happen in our hardware.
Yeah.
So this is the purpose of this part.
That's cool. So this is why that we can see every A2 is trying to talk all the time. It's cool.
Sure.
Yeah, and also we know that for the guide of like some exhibition and some exhibition hall is also one of the very important job for the A2, right?
Yeah, sure. That is one of the most one of the biggest customer of our product. Like the exhibition hall, the museum, or the bank.
Yeah.
That is for the reception and the guidance. We will doing some guidance for the customer, and also we will answer some questions from the people. Yeah.
That's very cool. So how about this area?
Yeah, this is the aging test. So before we deliver our product to the customer, besides the function test, we also have this aging test. This one we will doing 4 hours for each robot before it's delivered to the customer, and we will also combine the different material in this testing place. You can see this like the marble, like the some ramp. Because we can see that is the most often we can see in our customer place like the exhibition hall, like the museum or the bank.
Yeah.
So we use the real material to testing our robotics, and it will just walk through from the different material, and we will see it can work well. It maybe and will avoid not to falling down, or maybe some accident happened for the robotics. So in this part, we will just doing kind of the similar things for the function test. It's still walking, talking, and doing some movements, and but the material is different. So also the time is more longer than the function test. So in this part, after this part, we can make sure that all the parts is reliable, so it won't have any maybe potential problem when we deliver to the customer.
So yes. So how long for every A2 to finish this agent test? Like 3 or 4 hours?
4 hours. 4 hours for
Okay.
each robotic.
Yeah, we know the ability of the movements is also very important for a humanoid robot, and we know that A2 just win a Guinness World Record
yes.
for the longest journey that the humanoid robot can walk. So we can see here that A2 is walking and doing the aging test, and it spent more than 4 hours to finish such kind of test. Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, this is just before delivery, and in our testing phase in the R&D department, we will doing more longer test for this one. I think maybe the record for now is already over than 3,000 for the one robot.
Wow, that's cool. So maybe next year we can see another new record for A2
Yeah, sure.
to have. Yeah, actually, Ms. Tao, we see that many humanoid robots are trying to do the mass production in China and overseas. So what's the strengths of A2 in technically?
Okay, so the first one we can see here is like we have the capability for the mass production.
Yeah.
We have the different testing place. We have the different step to test the robotics. And that's the first one. The second one, we also it's not only focus on the testing, we also focus on the scenario because we can see that if we only can walk or talking, it just have some basic functionality. It cannot doing some real task for the people. So but in the other side, we also see that it's not. We can see the robotics is not. That's as smart as people, so it's still growing like children. So we need to. The second part is quite difficult. Is we need to do the balance between the capability of the robotics and also the requirements. So we will find some real scenario for our customer. For example, we doing the reception and the guidance because we have the interaction intelligence. We can talk with people. We can we can see what is in front of the robotics, and the other side we also have some manipulation intelligence, but the manipulation is really difficult.
Yeah.
So we will focus on some light work like pick up some well of the bottom water for the people, or pick up some snacks for the water. That is simple, but it is very useful because when you go to an exhibition hall, you will ask some question to the people, and you will also listen the guidance, and maybe you are thirsty and you will get one soft drink or drinks. So the robotics can do these things currently, and it can meet the requirements of our customer. So that is also one of the most important part. The second part is like based on the real deployment, we can get the real data. That is really important for the people.
Yeah.
So when we have the mass production, we will deliver a lot of our products to our customer and deploy in the real situation, and then we can get mass volume of the real data. And with this data, we can train our foundation model, and with a more powerful foundation model, we can give us customer the better experience. So it's like the data flywheel. So in this part, we believe that only when we can make the mass production, we can get this data, and only when we can get this data, we can do the mass production.
Yeah.
So it will be good for each side. So
Yeah.
that is, I think, is some key point of our products.
Yeah, this is also the way how humanoid robots growing.
Yes.
Yeah, in the Chinese market, in the really commercial market. Actually, last week I attended the handover ceremony for the 5,000
Yeah, sure.
humanoid robots in this place.
Yes.
And I can still remember that I just like filming like the Terminator film, and there were more than 400 humanoid robots were standing behind me,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now we can see majority of them had delivered to the customers. So
Yeah, sure.
what kind of customers and what kind of scenario have all those robots have been applied in Chinese market?
Okay. Like I said before, the main scenario is first is the reception and guidance. The second one is also like the entertainment and the commercial shows. So both of them we can say is the kind of the biggest market in current robotics market. The first one, our main customer is like some enterprise or the bank or the exhibition hall. They will get this robotics and doing some guidance for the people, and also can doing some reception in maybe like in the ground floor, and also like I said, can pick up some water or snacks to people. And the other part is like the entertainment is quite important, because currently in China we have a lot of ceremony. Like last week you joined the ceremony of our company. Yeah. So in each ceremony we have the different solutions for the people to celebrate this ceremony, and robotics is quite a good choice for this part. It can maybe dancing, and it's can dancing, but it's not totally same as the people. So it's a new thing, and it's make the people excited and happy. So we can doing this kind of things, and also because we have this. Commercial shows or the entertainment. So, but also for the people, maybe some people not need to buy a robotics to do these things, but they can rent. So we also found there's kind of big market is the rental. So we build a rental alliance for the people can rent the robotics, and they can make the different combine of the different types of robotics to doing some shows.
And we know that the mass production of 5,000 humanoid robots, it may be a big number for the industry of humanoid robots, but it's not a big number for other, like the car industry. So what's the meaning behind the mass production of 5,000 humanoid robots in China, you think?
Okay. So I think for the China, or maybe for our company, there are several numbers is quite important. Maybe like the 1 and 200 or 1,000 or 5,000. Why I say that? Because for the first robotics, we just prove it's possible to make a robotics, and it can doing some things. And for the 200, it's quite different, because we can make the 200 robotics. We will meet a lot of challenge, like how we make the stable of the different make the stable consistency of the different robotics. So, but in this part, we still need to work with a lot of R&D people, and like my colleague. So we were doing a lot of effort to make it stable. But from 2,000 to 200 to 1,000, it's quite different, because we will move this production part from our R&D center to the manufacturer center. So it will hand over to some production worker, and they will doing the similar things for each one and each one. And after they make a lot of robotics, after the testing, they will find, okay, each one is the same. So that means the first step of the mass production. And after 1,000 to the 5,000, only we can make the mass production is not enough, because you need to find the real scenario, real requirements, the real customer, and they want to buy the robotics. And then in that time, we will testing our robotics in the real real
Scenarios.
scenarios. So in that part, we will not only fund the testing part or the research part or development part, we also need to understand our customer.
Yeah.
So that is why we can make the number from 1,000 to 5,000.
Yeah.
So I think this is quite meaningful of the 5,000 because it proves that we doing the mass production, we also find some real scenarios. It means that the business of the robotics is possible.
It's possible.
We can find the future of this business.
Yeah. So 5,000 may be a new starting point for AgiBot, and
sure.
we also want to know what's your production plan next year, and how long that you think the humanoid robot will actually going being our part of our daily life.
Okay. I think this year we will have the number is around several thousands, and I think maybe the next year we will add a zero in the tail of the number, so it's like the several 10,000s of the robotics. That is our plan, but for going to our daily life, I think it's still a long journey because currently we're doing some jobs that is not that complicated, and also it's a kind of the certain job because like the guidance is certain. Also maybe some we will make some robotics to work in some industry in some factory. It's also some certain job. We have the SOP here. So but for the daily life or even for the family, it's a certain job, and also we have a lot of flexible materials. So it's quite complicated for the robotics. But I believe maybe in 10 years or maybe even 5 years, we can see that because last year I joined this company, and actually last year I started to work in this area. So only less than 2 years, we see that the robotics can in the beginning it cannot work that well. But this year, every robotics works very well. It can also dancing and doing some different things. So and also the model, the large language model is developing quite fast, and also the data is I think is more and more real data we can collect to our robotics. So I think maybe in the future, like 2 or 3 years, there will be a big step for the intelligence, and we will find more real scenarios. And combine these two, maybe we can find the new way, or maybe the further way how to doing this complete situations, or maybe how to doing the complete jobs. So I think, or maybe I believe, or I hope in the 5 or 10 years, we can see that robotics can go into our daily life.
Yeah, and we have a lot of audience overseas, and many may curious. Do you have any plan to further expand in the international market?
Yeah, sure. First things, we have already established different center in the the important overseas area, and that's the first thing. And actually, currently we have already delivered some our products overseas. Yeah, it's maybe the number is not as big as in China, but we already deliver several robotics to the areas like the Europe or the Europe or Japan or some different country. So and also in this in last month we have the new function that our robotics can speak the main foreign language. We have 7 foreign language now, and in the end of this year we will extend to 20 foreign language. So it have the basement to communicate with the foreigners, the overseas friends. And also the next year we will doing a lot of different things for the overseas market. And first we will work with some partners, and the second we also will make some first step for our overseas department, and then also we will start to the mass delivery to the overseas.
Yeah, that's cool. And we are really looking forward to see the AgiBot everywhere in the world.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Tang. Thank you for joining our live stream. Last Monday, AgiBot officially announced the rollout of 5,000th general-purpose embodied robot. And from the first 1,000 units earlier this year and to 5,000 now, we can witnessing not only AgiBot's rapid progress in production and commercialization, but also a significant stride forward for China in the global frontier of humanoid robotics. We look forward to even greater advances in humanoid robot development in 2026 and to seeing this robot truly empower a wide range of industry and gradually make their way into everyday life. Okay, guys, that's all for today's live program. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time. Bye bye.